Ladies and gentlemen, what is up and welcome to today's progression update video for Whale Milker 27. Today exactly marks the 3-month anniversary of the account. So if you go back to the very first live stream, it was August 9th and today we are on November 9th. So yeah, it's been 3 months of playing, 3 months of progressing, and today we're going to cover, you know, how far we've got, kind of show off a little bit of the roster, talk about this account's progression so far, show off, you know, stuff like the mastery setup, talk about some of the problems that this account has had, some of the stuff that I think, in comparison to when I was growing the first account, like, is now a huge benefit or so much easier in contrast. But, you know, I still think there are a few problems and stuff that could be made better, but overall, I think that the free-to-play starting off experience is significantly better than it used to be. But anyway, let's go over the roster. Who do we have up the top? So, my top 5 line of champions currently is Ghost Rider, Spider-Man Classic, and Hawkeye. So all those 3 champions are currently at a rank 4 level 40. Their PI is a little bit low because my mastery setup at the moment is a little bit gimped. And then we've got the Luke Cage, who is at rank 1. I don't know if I'll take the Luke Cage up to rank 2. I might do that just for the shits and giggles. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling that. I enjoy playing the Luke Cage a little bit in Alliance War, just for fun, guys, just for the meme videos. We've also got the Storm, who I don't think I'm going to level up anymore. We also have the rank 3 level 30 Unawakened Scarlet Witch, who I've been using for Alliance War, just an insane character, even Unawakened. But I think we're very, very close. Maybe today is the day, because I think it's the Mystic Day today, actually. Just need to do the daily, where we can potentially take this champion up to rank 4 level 40. I'm just missing the tier 3 class catalyst in order to do that, and that is kind of one of the biggest problems that I'm facing at the moment on this account. It's just tier 3 class catalyst. I just can't really seem to find those anywhere. You get a small scraps from kind of the solo events and milestones there. The maps are so bad. They're just absolutely terrible, like barely any scraps for the units invested. I've done quite a few of the daily maps 100%, and I still have yet to pull any fully formed T3 CC, so I think those maps are a little bit ridiculous, and I think that's one of the things that needs kind of looking into, because tier 3 class catalyst, I've never really had a problem with them on Seatin on the main account, but this account, like, I just cannot seem to get enough of them. I'm having to be very, very stingy with who I take up, because if the T3 class catalyst weren't a problem, I'd probably have a lot more of my 4-star characters up to rank 3 level 30. But aside from that, in terms of the 3 stars, we've got the maxed out Crossbones, Mordo. They were some of the OG characters that we maxed out when we initially progressing through Act 4. Recently taken up and maxed out the Star-Lord, so we actually have potential now to do Realm of Legends with the 3-star Star-Lord. However, currently that is not a priority for this account. I'll explain the priorities when we talk a little bit about the progression, but then going down, we got the 4-star Dormammu, 3-star Yellow Jacket, Iceman, Venom, Miss Marvel, Wolverine, and then some characters that are kind of in the middle. Most of the 3-star characters ranked up here are just for, the infinite streaks in Arena and stuff like that. Mainly the 3-star one, because I grinded out. I've only grinded out 1 champion, right, in the beginner and intermediate bracket, because again, I really I don't like grinding Arena on C, and it's quite boring to do. So doing it on a second account, I was like, nah, I'm not too bothered about that. But we managed to get Mephisto in the intermediate bracket for 400k, but that's about it. That's the only champion I've got for Arena. So you can see I really haven't gone hard at all when it comes to any of the arenas. But I don't know, as I expand the 4-star roster, I should delve into the the 3 and 4-star arena a lot more, because there are quite a few shards on offer there. So yeah, that's just a kind of a quick look at some of the champions we have. Overall, just to quickly bring up the 4 stars, I think we start off with some pretty bad luck, or pretty average luck. But I think very recently, you know, we've acquired the Ghost Rider, the Scarlet Witch, the Hawkeye, and the Elektra, and the Dormammu as well. So we have like 5 really, really amazing champions there. I would probably get the Dormammu up to 440 if I didn't want to rank up the Scarlet Witch first. And there's a reason we want to focus on the Scarlet Witch, and that's because currently, if you've been following the free-to-play series, we're currently working on quite a bit of Act 4 progression. We're currently at 60% overall. overall, but Act 4 is just so insanely long. Like, it is absolutely ridiculous. Getting into kind of chapters 3 and 4, most of the quests have anywhere between 6 to 8 paths, and most paths cost something like 100 to 150 energy. So yeah, it's just absolutely ludicrous the amount of energy it costs. It's honestly just such a big sink, and for the majority of like progression on Whale Milker, I find it's really a case of me playing probably for about like 15-20 minutes, like burning through a quest, and then being like, oh, I'm out of energy, can't be asked to grind arena too much on this account, maybe do it a few rounds, and then I just leave the account for about 6 hours for the energy to recharge there. So that's really what I've been doing for the most part to get through Act 4. However, my units as well, during some live streams, we've been spending those on energy refills. Because some people have asked, you know, why are you using your units on energy refills instead of going further into masteries? And that's mainly because at the moment, what is going to make the difference to my progression is getting that generic awakening gem, using it on Scarlet Witch, and then pumping all the stones into her, because I know that I can then get the collector down in Act 5. I can do Realm of Legends, probably have a relatively alright time in the road to the Labyrinth of Legends as well, and also just going to make, you know, all the monthly event quest and challenges quite easy if we have the Awakened Scarlet Witch. So that's kind of my focus at the moment. We've very kind of strong core mastery set up, but I am missing some pretty vital stuff, really. Well, it's not vital, it's just really nice stuff to have. Like, I'd love to have 5 out of 5 cruelty, but I just don't really want to spend the units on it at the moment, because, you know, my priority is to get Act 4 done 100%. So that's my offense tree, so it's really not the best setup in the world. I have 7 points extra as well. This is the defense tree. We have some points in salve then, some points in block proficiency. Again, I don't have the units for recovery at the moment, but it's something that I'd love to have on this account as well. And then in utility, we've got parry, evade, and the increased stun duration, stupefy, absolutely awesome mastery, but I'd love to dip a little bit more into petrify and also pacify, and one of the masteries that I'd really like to get as well, which I keep on forgetting to buy. I've missed out on like 2 Fridays, but Mystic Dispersion. I want to spend all my loyalty getting a few points on Mystic Dispersion, because as you might be able to tell, you know, we're having a very mystic heavy roster. We got the Ghost Rider, the Scarlet Witch, the Dormammu, you know, who else is coming in terms of mystics? But I think it's definitely the right decision to go down. So the masteries, they're a little bit of a mess at the moment, but it doesn't matter a huge amount, because we are currently not really struggling on Act 4. The only chapter that's been like a really massive pain in the ass when it's come to some of the Act 4 progression, I think was Triumphant Return. Some of the more difficult paths in that, like that's the Degeneration one with Starburst, and it also has Gambler's Fate. So, you know, randomly when you join a fight, you can have like Unstoppable, and if you die on a champion and have like, you know, 20% left, because the Degeneration is more depending on the health of the enemy. So if it's really low, the Degeneration is like crazy strong. So there were some fights where, yeah, we were just queuing into like Unstoppable when they were on low health, and I just have to like sit there and take like a few thousand damage. So it really sucks. I really hate that Degeneration chapter, but we're getting there. We've got quite a few challenging chapters up ahead. We've got 4.3.3 in the Stack Juggernaut, but to be honest, anywhere where kind of it's a fair fight, where we can evade, we can parry, we can play well, it's not really a problem. It's kind of these Gambler's Fate nodes and all the randomness of Unstoppable and Degeneration and Poison and all just these really fun and interactive effects that are being slapped on your champions. That's where we start to wane a little bit. But now that we've got the Hawkeye up, you know, we've got another pretty meaty champion to go through there. So yeah, one of my aims as well, and I think we're going to make the push for this weekend, in terms of the event quest and how far we're getting in those. So the Grandmaster Goblin Challenge, we've done the first 3 rounds 100%, but I want to go for round 4. I'm very confident now that we could 100% complete that with the once I get the Scarlet Witch up to 440, even unawakened. I think we've got, yeah, some just really solid champions. I have all the boosts from the Halloween calendar as well, so we can, you know, chuck on a 30% boost for the final few lanes. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be a huge issue, because I remember practicing on with 3 stars in a few of the beginner lanes when the challenge came out. So with a team of mostly 440 champions and probably the 3-star Star-Lord, like, I reckon we're going to get through the Goldblum Challenge all right. Now, when it comes to monthly events, yeah, last month, I almost did Master Mode 100%. I did every chapter for Master Mode 100%, apart from the very, very last one, because I did one run on Mephisto, and then I went, fuck doing Mephisto on the free-to-play account. Like, I had 7 other lanes that I just could not be asked of it, because I did the first kill, and it cost me, like, a couple of revives, and I was like, nah, I just want to save my revives for the Grandmaster Goldblum Challenge, because I think that one's much more important to focus on, you know, with the pretty much fully formed 4-star, and also the 4-star Awakening Gem Crystal. I think that was one of the main reasons, like, that can make a potentially huge difference there, as well as the T4CC. Like, there is a lot up for grabs for completing this challenge, so I was like, you know what, we're just gonna go in. We're gonna go in for the Grandmaster Goldblum Challenge, so we're gonna hopefully make a run of that. I believe we're gonna do it live this weekend, so keep an eye out if you want to see a little bit of free-to-play action there. And aside from that, kind of what are my goals? I guess it's do Grandmaster Goldblum Challenge, Act 4 100%, then I'm going to go into 5.2 once we've awakened the Scarlet Witch, and get the collector down as quickly as possible, and I hopefully, like, the Grandmaster Goldblum, it's not going to eat up too many of my revives, so that when we go and face off against the collector, you know, it shouldn't be too bad. It should be alright. You know, I've got fairly used to fighting him from a little bit of testing that I've been doing with various champions, and I'm certainly a much better player than I was when we initially tried, but it's still going to be a bit of a whale milking fiesta. But then I think after 5.2, then I might go into Realm of Legends, and it should be fairly easy with the Scarlet Witch, and then we'll bring like a 2-star guillotine, probably to deal with the Wolverine in Realm of Legends. And yeah, I'm not really in a huge rush for Realm of Legends, if I'm honest. It's just because like, it doesn't really do much for me at the moment. Like, I have a lot of T4 basic upgrades. I don't really need the characters as a 4-star because I'm not crazily grinding Arena, and I don't have a surplus of upgrade materials. So Realm of Legends, completing that, you know, it doesn't provide me with an insane benefit in the near future. So that's kind of why it's a little bit down my priority list. My priority list is to, yeah, get the Grandmaster Goldblum Challenge, I guess Act 4, and then actually maybe before the Collector, I want to finish off Heroic and Master 100%. Like, this month is significantly easier than the previous month, so this is going to be the first month where we 100% Master Mode, so that's really awesome. Now, in comparison to when I started, because I've made a few notes here, I just wanted to kind of attribute some stuff that I think, you know, is significantly easier now in comparison to when I started my account. And the first one was logging calendars. Like, some of the logging calendars for the last couple of months have been so awesome, like huge chunks of 5-star shards. Now you get a T4 basic for like logging in every month. Back when I started, like, you know, even a calendar like this was just absolutely insane. And this month's one, you know, it's pretty average, but there's a lot of other stuff going on this month. And also the new Alliance quest setup with the Glory Store is also amazing for newer players as well. Just getting so many T4 basics via that. So that's been really awesome for, you know, quickly getting some characters up to rank 4 level 40. And then we also have the monthly event rewards buff. So I believe when I started playing this game, like for Heroic, you only got, I think it was like 300 4-star shards of it. It was really nothing at all, but now it's 1,000 for Heroic, and then 2,000 for doing Master. And in every Master mode so far, we have completed both of the first 2 chapters, so that is 100%, so that's given us essentially like half a 4-star as well, so that's been really awesome. The new Arena setup as well, you know, we've, again, I'm not super hardcore grinding Arena, but I'm casually kind of going in on the milestones for the 3-star Arena. So yeah, we've just been getting over those. Actually, right after this video, I need to bang out like another couple of rounds just to get over that 560k. But you know, that makes some shards and arena chips a little bit more accessible. But to be honest, if I was I could gain a lot. I could get a lot faster. Places are a lot faster on this account if I was grinding Arena like absolute mad, but at the same time I can't really be bothered for the most part. And I guess the fifth and final thing is new champions utility, like Iceman and Ghost Rider have just been amazing for progression. If you've been watching a lot of the Act 4 live streams, like Ghost Rider, he's just insane, man. That regeneration, just going on and on and on. And especially in stuff like Act 4, where you have these paths where you got like 15, 20 opponents, having a character like Ghost Rider that can just infinitely regen is just such a blessing. So really, really great in that character. But yeah, the kind of five changes that I would like to see from a free-to-play player perspective. So we talked about the first one. Tier 3 class catalysts, they need to be more accessible. Like, there needs to be more via the solo events, and there also needs to be, like, a fairer daily proving grounds, because this one absolutely sucks that we have at the moment. I think Act 4, because some of the paths, again, are crazy. They're like 100 to 150 energy, and there are so many of them. There are maps that have, like, 7, 8 paths. So I think the energy needs to be reduced from 3 energy per move to 2. But ideally 1. Ideally 1 would be amazing, but it's just such an... It's not even, like, that hard. It's just so much energy, and you move for, like, 15 minutes, and then it's like, oh, okay, I can't do anything for, like, 6 hours. The next thing I have is Starburst. I would like to see removed from 4.3.1, or at the very least, I'd like to see Gambler's Fate removed from that chapter, just because, you know, I had an alright time handling it, but I know somebody of kind of the slightly lower skill level going through Act 4, like that chapter is just absolute hell on earth. It's so out of whack with the difficulty of every other chapter in Act 4, 100%. So yeah, I believe that needs to be removed, because it's just rubbish. It just sucks, man. It just sucks. And the next thing is, I would like premium hero crystals to have a pity timer. I've been saying this for ages, but I'd like, you know, after 50 premiums, you guarantee at least 1 4-star, because on this account, I've opened about... it's around like 140, 150 premiums now, and I still have yet to get a single 4-star character. And I know people that have created free-to-play accounts, and on the very first premium, they get 4-star. So yeah, it's just ridiculous the amount of premiums that I've opened on this account and don't get 4-star. And I'm on a really, really big drought on Seatin as well. I'm like 200 and something deep in Seatin. And yeah, still no 4-star characters, so it's just an absolute clown fiesta. And the final thing is a bit of a suggestion. I'd love to see arena fights recharge energy. So for every win in arena you get, you got 1 energy. That would be an absolutely amazing change, because that's one of the biggest things, is just there needs to be more ways to get energy. Because as a free-to-play player, you know, what have I got? I've got the event quest, I've got a challenge to do, I've got to farm like daily basic maps, I've got to farm daily T3, T2 CC maps, I've got to try and progress in the story. Like, there's just an insane amount of stuff to do, like, in the game at the moment. So there just needs to be more ways for free-to-play players to get energy, rather than just, you know, grind arena and kind of hope you get lucky with some units. Because, you know, sometimes that works. There are days where you'll open like 5 arena crystals and you get 100 units, and there are days where you will just keep on grinding arena and just keep on opening the crystals, but you still won't really get anything that, you know, helps you in terms of, you know, moving in the story quest. So I'd love to see arena fights. Just every arena fight you win, you get 1 energy added to your counter. That'd be absolutely amazing. Such a good change for the free-to-play players. But yeah, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the 3-month progression on Whale Milker. We're currently just under 60,000 rating. I feel like in comparison to where I was on Seatin, I feel like I'm in terms of rating, I'm a little bit behind, but in terms of progression, I'm very much ahead of where Seatin was at this point during the account. So a bit of an interesting comparison there, but I'm really for the most part enjoying the free-to-play account. I think it's a super interesting experience to kind of play Marvel Contest of Champions and deal with all these various problems that arise through kind of the lens of a newer player. But simultaneously, yeah, I guess, you know, some of the stuff that we mentioned in the video, if we could have some of those changes, that'd be fantastic. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Apart from that, take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.